The waiting hall of the prestigious Blackwood Music Academy buzzed with nervous energy and quiet arrogance. Young violinists, clutching instrument cases that cost more than a car, eyed each other with suspicion. Among them sat Leo, his own violin case worn and patched, a family heirloom that had seen better decades. He was here for the coveted Blackwood Scholarship, a single spot that would change his life forever. His hands felt clammy as he mentally rehearsed the complex concerto. As he waited, a commotion near the entrance caught his eye. An elderly groundskeeper, his back bent with age, had tripped, sending a heavy wheelbarrow of freshly cut, wet grass tumbling across the pristine marble floor. A green, muddy smear stained the otherwise immaculate entrance. The old man grunted, struggling to get up, his face flushed with embarrassment as the pristine applicant scoffed and carefully stepped around the mess. "Watch where you're going, old man," one sneered, adjusting his silk tie. Another laughed. "They really need to hire better help around here." Leo watched for a moment, his mind racing. His audition was in less than 10 minutes. His suit was freshly pressed, and getting his hands dirty was the last thing he needed. But the sight of the old man struggling on the floor, trying to scoop handfuls of wet grass with his shaking hands, moved him. He stood up, walked over, and knelt beside him. "Let me help you, sir," he said softly. Together, they cleaned up the mess, their hands stained green. The other violinist whispered and pointed. "Guess he's more suited for gardening than Bach," one quipped. When Leo finally reached the check-in desk, his hands grimy and a grass stain on his knee, the administrator looked at him with disdain. "You're late," she said, her voice like ice, "and you're a mess. We have a standard of professionalism here. Your spot has been forfeited." Leo's heart shattered. He tried to explain, but she simply shook her head and called the next name. Defeated, he walked out of the academy, his dream dissolving before his eyes. He didn't go home, though. He found a quiet bench in the academy's garden, took out his old violin, and began to play. He poured all his sorrow, frustration, and passion into a hauntingly beautiful melody that drifted through the evening air. A few minutes later, the old groundskeeper approached him. "That was the most beautiful performance I've heard all day," he said. Leo gave a sad smile. "Thank you. It's a shame the judges will never hear it." The old man's eyes twinkled. "Oh, but the only judge that matters already has." He extended a hand, now perfectly clean. "I'm Alistair Blackwood," he said, introducing himself as the world-renowned conductor and head of the academy. "The real audition wasn't in that hall. It was on that floor. I can teach anyone technique, but I can't teach empathy. You showed a heart worthy of the music." He smiled. "The scholarship is yours. Talent gets you noticed, but character is what makes you an artist. Share if you believe compassion is the most beautiful music of all."